In this video, we're going to be learning about JavaScript variables and how we can utilize them in our code. So a variable in JavaScript is like a container, and this container can be used to store values that we want to reference later in our code. So this container, when it's created, is being placed in our computer's memory, and then that way we can reference it and use it later throughout our code. So to get started, what we can do is let's go ahead and go into our project folder. Let's go into the 7-variables folder, the start subfolder. Let's open up main.js and our index.html page. You'll also want to open that page in our web browser, and you should see variables on the page. So to create a variable in JavaScript, it's quite easy. We just need to do var and then the name of our variable. So I'm just going to go ahead and do x. So var is a reserved keyword in JavaScript that is used to declare variables that we want to store in memory. And then when we use var, we just need to place the name of that variable. So this is how it'll be referenced. So like I said, in this case, it'll be x. So some things to note about the name of your variable is this is a unique identifier. So every time we create a variable, it needs to have a unique name. Some general rules for when you create your variable names is that they can contain letters, digits, underscores, and dollar signs. So your variable name can begin with either a dollar sign, an underscore, or a letter. Your names are case sensitive, so var x is not the same as var capital X. And reserved keywords cannot be used for your unique identifier. So if I do var, this is going to be an error, and you see my code editor. You'll see my code editor is a red squiggly, which means it's invalid JavaScript code. So as I mentioned, when we create our variable, is reserving a space in memory so that we can reference that variable later. So what we can do is if I do console.log, let's go ahead and log our x variable. So if we go ahead and save and refresh our page, you see we get undefined. So what's happening here is when we declare our variable here, we're just reserving a spot in memory, but we're not actually assigning any value to this variable. So that's why JavaScript is saying that this variable is now undefined. So to actually provide a value to our variable, we need to assign it to it. So we're going to do x. I'm going to do equals. This is how we can assign a value to our variable. I'm going to go ahead and do 4. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a console log below this line, and we see what happens. So now you'll see when we save and refresh our page, our variable is undefined, but then after we assign a value to it, it is now that value. So in addition to assigning a value to a variable, we can also assign that value when we declare our variable. So if I do var y and I set it equal to 5, let's go ahead and copy our console log statement, and let's go ahead and change this to a y. If we go ahead and save and refresh, you'll see that our value for y is output to our console, and it's assigned when we actually create that variable. So one of the unique things about variables in JavaScript is when you give it a value, that variable is not tied to that particular type. And so what I mean by this is, for example, when we create this variable y here, we're giving it a value of 5. So in other programming languages, you would normally define a type for your variable, and then that's the only type of value that you can give to that variable. In JavaScript, as you can see here, we just declare a variable and we don't actually associate a type with it. So what I can do is I can actually come in here and now I can say y is now equal to a string. So I'm just going to do hi there. And now if we print our value of y, and so we save and refresh, you'll see that there's no errors and our y variable is now a string instead of a number. So in addition to declaring our variable on one line, we can actually declare multiple variables on one line of code. So for example, I can do var a, b, and c, and I can actually console log out these values. So if I do a, b, and c, we save and refresh our code, you'll see that we have now created 3 variables and they're all undefined because they don't have a value assigned to them. So in addition to declaring multiple variables on one line, we can also assign values to each of these variables on that one line. So for example, if I go ahead and copy these 2 lines of code, Let's come down here. I'm just going to change this to A2, B2, C2. And I'm just going to go ahead and do 0, 1, and 2. And now if we console.log these values, we should see those values printed to our console. And we do.